If you've been struggling with gas, bloating, constipation, or food sensitivity, but you're also stuck in that binge-restrict cycle, this video is going to make so much click. Because here's what most people don't tell you. Restricting food wrecks your gut. Not just from what you're not eating, but from the stress it creates in your entire system. In this video, I'm walking you through how restriction disrupts your digestion, why your gut might feel worse the more you try to eat clean, and what to do instead to actually support your healing without spiraling into obsession. Your gut isn't just about what you eat, it's about how your whole system feels. And when you're constantly restricting, tracking, overthinking, or skipping meals, your body isn't in a state of rest, it's in a state of stress. And stress equals that the sympathetic nervous system is turned on. You know, that fight or flight mode, the stress mode in our system that prepares us to basically run away from danger. So it shuts down all the functions that aren't essential to run away, right? So when you're trying to escape a dangerous situation, your body doesn't give as much energy to digestion, which means digestion slows way down, meaning less stomach acid, less enzyme production, less movement through your intestines. So even when you're eating healthy, your body might not even be breaking it down or absorbing the nutrients properly. And that's why people who restrict often feel more bloated and not less. And that's often why you would see so often those fitness influencers trying to be relatable by saying, yeah, it's normal to have a big belly in the evening by being bloated and all of that. But yeah, bloating might be common, but it's not normal. And restriction, as we just discussed, or we'll discuss even more in this video, wreaks havoc on your gut and leads to more bloating. And this is not because you're eating the wrong thing, but because the gut lining is stuck in a stress response. So what can you actually do to start healing your gut when you've been stuck in this restrict binge cycle or just feel like nothing you eat sits quite right? The answer isn't a stricter meal plan or another gut protocol. It's to create rhythm, consistency, and trust. Gut healing truly starts with rhythm, not rules or restriction. Your digestive system is deeply connected to your nervous system. When your body feels uncertain about when it will get its next meal, whether it fears that from skipping or undereating or rigid food rules, it can't relax. And digestion needs relaxation. So the first step is to show your body that food is safe, predictable, and coming regularly, which means first step, eat every 3 to 4 hours. And yes, really. So if you're used to saving up for later meals or running on caffeine until lunch, this will be a big shift. But skipping meal tells your body that we might be in a famine, that there is not enough food around it. Like your body, by not getting food, it cannot know that actually there's so much food around us. So it it experiences as a proper famine. And when that happens, your body tries to protect you. Your blood sugar dips, stress hormones spike, and digestion slows down. Even something small but balanced in the morning, like toast with nut butter or a breakfast bowl with oats, chia, and fruit, can set your gut up for the entire day. Then, of course, continue to eat every few hours. And that doesn't have to be always huge meal. It's just something enough to prevent that energy dips that trigger cravings, that trigger anxiety and gut discomfort later on. I actually went deeper into the issue of skipping meals specifically in the previous video. So if you haven't already, check it out here. And I'll also add it down below so that you can go and have a look after this video, of course. Now, next up, what we want to make sure is to focus on calm meals and not just clean ones. We always talk about clean eating, and this one is overlooked constantly in the wellness culture, that creating a safe and calm space when you eat, because you can eat the most nutrient-rich food or nutrient-rich salad or whatever it is in the world, but if you eat it standing at the kitchen counter, scrolling through Instagram, or just feeling super anxious, you might still feel bloated, because digestion begins with how we approach food, not just what is on the plate itself. So try these tiny shifts. Sit down when you eat. Take a few deep breaths, maybe 3 deep breaths before your first bite, and really deep into your belly, because this signals your body that you are safe, and hopefully it shifts it out of that stress mode, which then would help your digestion, right? That all we've been discussing until now. And try to put your phone away and slow down. your pace. Just be calm when you eat, because truly these cues shift your body from fight or flight into rest and digest, literally turning on your digestive system. And of course, when we eat, that's what we want. And again, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be gentle. Then you also want to make sure, in order to support your digestion and your gut, to build meals with carbs, fat, and protein. I say this all the time, but truly a balanced meal is so important. We need all those nutrients in order to feel at our best, our body to work at its best. Let's talk about what your gut lining actually needs to heal. It's not just leafy greens and kombucha, it's those carbs that feed the beneficial bacteria in your gut. And by carbs, I of course not mean like fast food and sugar and all of that, but proper whole grains with lots of fiber that feed that beneficial bacteria. Then we want to make sure to eat lots of healthy fats that help us reduce inflammation and support hormone production. And lastly, consuming protein is not just for building muscles. It also helps repair your gut lining and keeps your blood sugars stable. When people restrict, they often cut out carbs or fat, which, amongst many other things, can actually weaken the gut, increase bloating, and make digestion feel worse. So in order to get an understanding of how you currently eat, try asking questions. Ask yourself, did I include something warm and grounding? Is there a mix of textures, flavors, and nutrients that actually feel satisfying and not just are healthy, healthy on paper? Or am I avoiding a food out of fear or because it truly doesn't sit well with me? And the last one is key, because gut healing is about curiosity and not control. Then next up, chew slower than you think you need to. I know it sounds basic, but chewing is huge. Because most of us, we chew just a few times and then we swallow, but that makes your stomach work so much harder, because you want to aim to chew 20 to 30 times per bite when possible, because the digestive process in itself starts in our mouth, the way we chew and how we break down the food. And of course, if you swallow big pieces, your stomach has so much more work to do, which then can lead to that higher feeling of discomfort and bloating. And when you eat that, when you chew a lot, try to notice how the texture changes, how the taste softens, because this helps you to be fully present with your meal, which, as you've just learned, is super important in itself. And the more we break down our food before it reaches the stomach, the less gas, bloating, and discomfort you will have after. So kind of think of it as the first gift you give your gut in the healing process. Then lastly, add in this gentle nervous system cue, because, well, if you've been eating in a super tense, guilt-driven way, your gut feels that. And it's kind of adding on to the point of focusing on calm meals. So right before you eat a meal, just take a second before you eat, place your hand on your belly and the other on your heart, close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. And then say to yourself or in your head, this meal is safe. I don't need to earn it. My body is allowed to nourish myself. And I know it might, as many things, feel awkward at first, but this one small practice can shift you from anxiety to connection. And that shift is what your gut actually needs when we constantly eat out of fear and feel so scared around food, reminding ourselves that we are allowed to eat that. We don't have to earn it, and it's safe to eat that. We need to nourish ourselves. It helps you step out of that anxiety around food. And I know all of this might sound almost too simple, especially if you've been taught that gut healing means elimination diets, testing for whatever, or taking tons of supplements and green powders. But in reality, your body doesn't want or needs to be micromanaged. It wants consistency, it wants rhythm, and most importantly, it wants trust. And all of that truly starts by feeding in a way that feels calm, regular, and kind. When your body starts to trust that food is coming in consistently and safely, a few key things happen. Your digestion improves, less bloating, less cramping, but instead more regularity. Your cravings start to fade because you're not living in a state of constant deprivation, and you truly stop obsessing about food because, your brain doesn't need to sound alarmed that, there's not enough, that we're in a famine and all of that. But most of all, truly, you stop feeling like your body is fighting against you, because it is not. It's just been waiting to feel safe. So if you take anything from this gut healing isn't just about prebiotics and those regimes, or detoxes. It's about the message your whole body is getting. I am fed, I am safe, I am supported. That is what your body needs. And for the longest time, I honestly thought that bloating was just normal, especially because I saw that on Instagram. I'd see those wellness influencers talking about how everyone gets bloated or posting, here's my 6 months pregnant bloated belly. Like, that was just so normal part of being a woman. And so I figured, okay, I guess it's just what happens when you eat. It would even make me feel seen in a way that it's not just me, right? That in the evening, it's not just me that looks more chubby or whatever. What I didn't realize is that, well, common doesn't mean normal. And the way I was eating, restricting during the day, eating protein powders and those chemical things, eating super fast, overthinking every bite, was keeping my gut stuck in stress mode. And when I finally started eating consistently, stopped skipping meals, focus on whole nutrient-dense foods, and let go of all that rigid rules, that's when the bloating started to ease. Slowly, my body started to feel safe again, not because I took some magic gut reset supplement or I did some kind of juice cleanse, but because I actually fed myself in a way that felt regular and safe. So if you're in that place where food feels like a minefield and your gut feels off no matter what you eat, I created a free training that shows you exactly how to stop that restrict binge cycle, especially at night, so that you can feel in more control and start building trust around food and your body again. It's gentle, it's supportive, and completely free. So grab the training or get access via the link down in the description. And as always, if this video helped you, let me know in the comments, what is one way you're going to support your gut this week without overthinking it? And if you want more content like this around food freedom, stress, healing without extremes, like, subscribe, and hit that bell button so that you don't miss any future videos. Thank you so much for being here. Your gut and your nervous system are lucky to have you. Lots of love, and I'll see you in the next video.